Hello, and welcome back to my home, or my house. Because as you can see, there's an F-14 in front of you. There's actually two. But yeah, my plane. So we are about to take off from, I cannot remember this airfield, it's probably Makeup, on the Contention SAR-H server. And me and this other F-14 are about to have a mini drag race. Now, there is a difference in our models. I'm in the 14A and he's in the 14B. And what I want to happen is, if he does the takeoff in full military power, and I'm going to do my takeoff in stage 1 afterburner. The older F-14A has like a 5-stage afterburner on its tier 30, so I'm going to be selecting stage 1, and he's going to be in military power. So why would you fly the 14A over the 14B if both are available? And that is the drip. As you can see by the difference of our two liveries, mine's a hell of a lot more cooler looking than his is. So we're revving up our engines and we're about to have the drag race of the century. And then I get a little bit of a jump there. And I thought, oh my god, is the 14A in stage 1 quicker than the 14B in mil? No. I do fumble it a little bit and accidentally go back into mil, but okay, I'm back in stage 1 burner now and it's already GG, he is gone. And that is what about 20 years-ish of engine technology does. But at the end of the day, my plane does look a bit cooler. So, you know, speed and fuel efficiency, dogfight performance, climb performance, everything performance is irrelevant when your jet looks cooler anyway, so it's just like, eh. So, as we cruise on towards, well, not towards anything in particular, just anything that we can shoot at. Let's talk about the loadouts we're both running. So we're both running the good old meta layout, which is the 4 belly Sparrows and just the 2 outboard Sidewinders. We elected to take no fuel tanks on this one, but fuel tanks are fine. They're pretty cool. You just need to remember to jettison them, Mr. F-14 pilots that I see that merge with them. So there's a slight difference in the actual weapons that we're carrying. I've decided to go a bit more old school, so I've got the AIM-9 Lima, the smoky Sidewinder, that's all aspect. And I'm running the slightly older AIM-7M, or Mike. And he is running the full best you can get. So that's going to be the AIM-9M smokeless Sidewinder, and the AIM-7P, which is the quote-unquote newer Sparrow, which doesn't do a whole lot over the M, but it's higher in the alphabet, so it must be better.
Hey man, dirt at 10 o'clock.
So I've just ended up diving to the deck because I got sent defensive by a SA-11. I'm heading towards a friendly FARP, so I'm kind of just trying to grab a power lock on the ground just in case there's anything in particular. And then we get a lock on this thing. I don't quite know what it is. And it is a Dora, Focke-Wulf 190. So I'm going to do a flood mode is a lifestyle shot on the Focke-Wulf. And now I don't really see him because of the smoke. And then it says splash. We then get gunned down like a dog. So that Focke-Wulf basically eats two sparrows. And even though Jester called out splash, he was still up for a moment there to hit me with guns. So basically my right wing is damaged. I'm kind of thinking, should I return to base? Because if you pull hard in the Tomcat with wing damage, the wing can come off, quite simply. Definitely not my best moment, being almost killed by a Focke-Wulf 190, but in my defence, when he took that gunshot, I did not see him. But yeah.
Mud fight, 7 o'clock.
So I elect to stay up in the end, risking the possibility of giving kill credit to a Focke-Wulf 190, but hey-ho. So I've raced up to altitude to set this F-16. He's now firing sidewinders at me. Now we fire a flood mode Sparrow shot at him. See, it starts to deploy immediately. But as he goes into the clouds, it doesn't kill him. So I'm beginning to think, well, is the AIM-7M, have I found the thing that the AIM-7M is worse at? So that could be flood mode shots. Could be a fluke, of course. So this is beginning to look like a merge situation. So I've jammed the wings open using the emergency wing sweep to 20 degrees. We're going to be looking around for this Viper that I currently am doing a pretty bad job of following Jester's directional inputs, let's say. We do manage to pick him up, and he's beginning to take my 6, but it's his nose isn't quite on me yet, so he fires a winder off, but to no success, as we attempt to school this F-16 with swing wing supremacy. We're going to use our tighter turn radius as the advantage to keep on his 6. Now we're looking to gain a radar lock with this Sidewinder, because I don't want my Sidewinder being fooled by pre-flares. So we're going to do a radar slave Sidewinder shot. We're not going to press uncage, because if you uncage it, then it's not relying on a radar slave anymore. So he's put all those flares down. Then we smash him. So the point of that was, I want my Organ 9 to basically grab my Sidewinder by the throat and get forced to look at the plane rather than the flares. Right, so now that we're back out of the dogfight, we can go ahead and put that wing sweep back to auto. You see our friend in the Tomcat there. Give him a little bit of a roll. He's just come back from dealing with another F-16. And if you see on the EWR reports, we've got some Su-27s coming in, so some pretty dangerous stuff. So we're going to attempt to go deal with them. And I'm kind of trying to look at my wings to assess the damage. I looked at the G meter and I did pull more than 9 G, so it must have been superficial damage from that focal wall. So we've got a few enemy jets closing in now. My other buddy in the other Tomcat has gone to chase off that F-16, and I'm going to turn for this flanker that's coming in. So we're in full burner, so stage 5 burner for these old TF-30s, and we're maintaining near Mach 1 in the turn. That was just me turning my jam to standby, so when I duel this flanker, his missile's not going to home on jam. I'm trying to find him on radar, but he's one of these jamming signals that's coming up on the TID. He is getting closer and he's managed to lock me up, so we should get burned through on him any second now. And the Mach gauge is really climbing. We're at Mach 1.2. And this is one of the actual advantages that the F-14A gets. It has better supersonic performance than the F-14B. So as long as you get above Mach, the F-14A is technically the better plane in this, decently niche scenario, but it does happen. So we've got him locked up now. He's about 15 miles, and I'm going to wait to pull my Sparrow shot off, because I just want this one Sparrow to kill him. So he launches at us, and then we immediately reply. I'm going to defend to the left and make sure that that upside down T in my VDI is going to be in the top right corner of the display for an optimal crank. I launched with a decent altitude and speed advantage over this flanker, so as long as I defend well and he keeps supporting his missile, I should definitely win this duel. And yeah, it's already happened. And we throw a bit of flares and start pulling decently hard just in case there is an R-27T out for me. But yeah, that was a pretty straightforward fight, and a fight he was not going to win at his altitude and speed level. So I'm now looking up an Su-27 that has chased my buddy in the other Tomcat away. The F-16 dragged him into another flanker, and then he ended up having to go defensive. So we're pretty close to this flanker. I'm going to fire quite close. We fire our last Sparrow off there at just about 5 miles. I'm going to try and offset a little bit, even though he hasn't fired at me, because I'm pretty sure I'm running dangerously low on flares. But luckily he doesn't manage to high off bore R-73 me. And we claim the next flanker. So coming back to land, I'm going to be landing on a road, because on the Caucus scenario on Contention, there's some farps next to these conveniently placed very long straight bits of road. I apologise for the short length of this video. I've been feeling quite under the weather, over this last week, so I haven't really been flying a whole lot. If you guys have watched this and want to hop in on the action, feel free to join the Contention Discord, and I'll link that in the video description. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.